Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Marco Silva has held his press conference ahead of tomorrow's game with Norwich City at Goodison Park. First and foremost, he spoke about Moise Kean, obviously not involved in the last squad against Southampton. He is in the squad for tomorrow's game after obviously scoring a couple of goals for the Italian under 21s in the week, which is good. He wanted to stress that he said these words, that it was important to note that Keane's both goals come from the right hand side of the strikers in a front three. I think he's had a bit of criticism for starting the player in the League Cup game against Watford on that position and taking him off a half time. I think Marco Silva wanted to stress that Kean can play in that position, and maybe that him saying that opens the door to think that maybe that's a position he thinks that he has the best chance of getting in this Everton team at. Maybe he thinks that centre forward isn't the position for him right now, and he'll get more joy playing on that right hand side. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. I fully expect really Theo Walcott to start the game, but that might be a position that he comes in and we see him hopefully kickstart his Everton career on that right hand side. We'll have to wait and see. Kean trained, and obviously he's trained all week since he come back. Little video of him on the Everton website of him having a bit of a laugh going into training as well. So he looks like he's in good spirits, and I don't think there's any problems there at all. Marco said he wants to play in our team. He's working hard. Players with more experience than him, for example, Fabinho, have come to the Premier League and not played much at first. So I think what he's basically saying is to everyone, calm down. It's going to take time for him to get into the team or just to adjust to English football, his new surroundings. And obviously there's been stuff in Italy about the player. I think Mancini himself come out and said he needs to play. He needs to be playing, or he needs to find a team where he's been playing. There's been calls for him to go to Roma so he can play more football. So we can get in that Italian squad for the Euros. They obviously rate him very highly, but if he's not playing games of football, there's a lot of other players who can take his place and have taken his place. So hopefully he's involved at some point tomorrow, and hopefully he gets on the pitch, and hopefully we start seeing him doing things. Because let's be honest, we're coming to a very busy period of football now, and he will get opportunities to play. I think he's got to be ready to take those opportunities. I think that's the only thing you can say going forward. On the injury front, Marco Silva said Shane Tosin is fit. He obviously didn't play for Turkey in their 2 games over the international weekend. Turkey qualified for the Euros with a draw against Iceland. So that was an important game. So we obviously clearly was injured. He said he's okay. He's fit to play. So we'll have to wait and see whether he continues up front at home tomorrow. On Bernard and Fabian Delph, he said they are doubts. He said it's possible, but there's still big doubts. So could be a case of maybe Bernard being on the bench. Whether the manager wants to rush them back again. Is it worth rushing them back when we've got all these games coming up where we want them 100% fit? Or maybe they will be fit by tomorrow. Maybe they'll have fitness tests and they'll be ready to go. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. On Andre Gomez, he said it's step by step. He's been coming in for rehabilitation, but obviously we all know that it's going to take a long time. But he's saying it's step by step, and there's no time limit on that. And it's also the same on Gabama. He said there's no date for Gabama either. Obviously we're hoping to have him back by the new year, aren't we? Around January time. So we'll have to wait and see. On the game itself, he said, it's a must-win. He said that people keep on saying it's a must-win. So he said, it is again. It's a must-win for us, and it's a must-win for them. Norwich City have got quite a few injuries tomorrow, so this gives Everton a fantastic opportunity, I think, to get the 3 points tomorrow and get ourselves up that table a little bit. So we're looking up rather than looking down, and ahead of the fixtures in December, which again look difficult when you look at them all in one big go. But if you take them one game at a time, we're playing teams that'll all be facing injuries and suspensions and these kind of things, and hopefully we can win more than we lose. So there you have it. not a tremendous amount of other stuff going on today, just Marco really. He spoke about the VAR as well, I must just say that. He spoke about the VAR, and he basically just said everyone knows what our thoughts are at Everton Football Club. And he said people need to look at the Brighton game with VAR in mind. He said because we could be sitting here with 4 wins out of the last 5 if VAR had worked properly like it was supposed to. And they're the fine margins, aren't they, suppose, for a manager. You know what happened after the penalty at Brighton, I thought was poor from us, but he is right. If that penalty hadn't happened, we probably would have seen off the game as we did against Southampton. So it's fine margins in the Premier League, and if things are not going your way in terms of the officials or injuries, it's difficult. So let's just get a win tomorrow. Let's just get a win tomorrow and push up the table. There you go. Make sure to check out our other videos, the match preview, the starting 11 show. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of the Duncan Ferguson interview, where have you been? Go and check that out. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Make sure you check out both of them as well. Don't just watch one and go, oh, I'm not bothered about his coaching. Watch that. It's fascinating as well. Fascinating insight to life after football, or certainly playing football for Duncan Ferguson. And there's plenty more as well on Patreon as well if you want to sign up for that. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.